I've never really been much of a car kind of guy. I mean, some of the cars that I've had in my history have been absolute bombs. There used to be a guy lived over the road from me. He was like a mechanic, and I think he would scrape cars off of the dump or something and do them up and then sell them just for a few £100 or a few $100. And seriously, some of the wheels that I used to travel in were absolutely atrocious. And, sometimes I would have to wonder whether I would even get to my destination. And there were a number of times where my fears were well founded. And I was there stranded by the side of the road waiting for a pickup truck. We've got a better car now, very much a pretty standard family car. I mean, any of you who've got kids know that having a fancy car is not something that is necessarily wise when you've got two kids eating McDonald's in the back seat. So, but it will get me from A to B, which is really what the car is all about for us at the moment. And in the world of transferring knowledge, which is what we're talking about this month, the A is your mind and heart, and the B is the heart and mind of your audience. And you want to find vehicles that can carry your value from one to the other. You want to transfer all of your awesome into their awesome. You want to bring what you know and who you are into their lives in such a way that they imbibe of it and take a hold of it in a powerful, life-changing way, in a way that leaves them a better and a different person than they are right now. And like I say, I call these vehicles of value. And a vehicle of value really is something that will, it's a means by which you can do this. And in the simplest form, a vehicle of value are either words, spoken or written, video, audio. There are numerous forms that these three main carriers take, but they're either going to be written, it's going to be visual, it's going to be words and images, or it's going to be audio. What we want to do as teachers and as coaches is discover ways in which we can find the most comfortable vehicle for our audience to travel in. How can you bake your knowledge into a written form so someone who enjoys reading can enjoy that? How will video work best to show and tell your value to another? Or is audio a better way to kind of infiltrate the noise and help someone else, help your audience reach for their dream? So, the best vehicle is going to vary from audience to audience and will depend on the purpose and outcome that you're promising. Oftentimes what you'll want to do is leverage all three. Okay, and give your students, your coaches, your audience a number of different ways in which they can consume your content. Not everyone learns the same way. Not everyone lives the same lifestyle. But the most important thing is that that all of that tremendous worth that lives inside of you, it actually, the important thing is that you find a way to help it climb into one of those vehicles, the written word, the spoken word, visual, images, whatever it may be, so it can transport it from your heart and mind to the heart and mind of someone else. So long as our genius, friend, remains locked up inside of us, there's no way that it can travel. And it's very difficult to see expansion of any kind. It's very difficult to see multiplication of any kind when all of your value is hidden away and hasn't been crystallized in some way into either publications, products, or platforms where people can consume and benefit and partake of what you bring. You know, the fabulous thing now is that once, at one time, it was very difficult to record your revelations and experiences, be it in word, picture, or sound. It was very, very difficult. But now it's become easy. All you carry around in your pocket a more powerful instrument than many people had in the kind of top echelons of the media world just a few decades ago. And once you've crystallized all of that value and worth into a worthy vehicle of value, the best one to transfer that knowledge, transfer that expertise, transfer that inspiration, you know, it immediately becomes replicable. And it can reach far beyond the short span of your geographical social circumference or sphere of influence. It can go to work for you 24/7. And when I say for you, I mean for others, for the people that you are seeking to help and build and reach and bless. You know, and whereas some of the vehicles that I spoke of, some of those dodgy old bombs of cars that I used to drive, you know, and many of which would not reach their final destination, the vehicles of value that I'm advocating here, ones that package and transfer information and inspiration, they can carry you to the other side of the world in a split second. They can take you in behind someone's front door. They can climb you through the window. They can get you down the chimney. They can get behind the barriers and begin to speak to the heart. And so, you know, as we're talking about really sharing our worth this month, I encourage you to think about the different vehicles of value you can use. The different ways in which you can use the written word to express what you want to bring. Different ways in maybe you could leverage video to bring your worth to the world. And ways in which potentially audio, very much like this podcast that you're listening to now, and other avenues possibly where audio might be a great way to transfer information and inspire your audience. Just think, maybe sit down and just write down as a heading audio, write down as a heading written word, write down as a heading video, and just brainstorm the different ways in which you might be able to use these tremendous, powerful vehicles of value to take your knowledge from where you stand or sit right now out into the world where others can climb into that car with you, climb into that vehicle with you, and begin to grow as a result of what you share with them. Well, thanks for listening. Hopefully, it's been an encouragement to you today. If you want to connect any further, you can do so through my website at davidleemartin.com. Have a great day.